Hello, good day, animal breeders and viewers from different locations. My name is Olashubo Solomon Ayobami. I am the managing director and team head of AgroBreeders Nigeria, an animal breeding and mentorship company that is situated in Nigeria with headquarters in Plateau State, Nigeria. Do well to see that you join us every Monday at 8:30 a.m. West African time, live for a period of mentorship and capacity building on our YouTube channel at AgroBreeders Nigeria 7031, AgroBreeders Nigeria 7031. On that platform, every Monday at 8:30 a.m. is always a wonderful time of learning. It's always a wonderful time of building capacity in animal breeding. And we talk about a lot of topics, a lot of wonderful sessions on animal breeding. I myself is the facilitator of this session alongside some other team members of AgroBreeders Nigeria. You can also follow us on our Instagram page, AgroBreeders_Nigeria on Instagram. You can follow us on Facebook, on our Facebook page, AgroBreeders Nigeria. And you can also reach out to us via our AgroBreeders official line, 08163666344. If you're outside the country, you can say +234 8163666344. What you know in animal breeding is what determines what you can produce. I want to encourage you to see that you follow us and give yourself to capacity building. There's nothing that you cannot achieve in animal production when you build capacity in animal breeding. Thank you so much. Once again, I remain Ayobami Olashubo from AgroBreeders Nigeria. See you there. Good day, animal breeders and followers from different locations. My name is Olashubo Solomon Ayobami, and welcome once again to another episode of Animal Breeding Basics with AgroBreeders Nigeria. We started a series training on different breeding or mating systems in animals thereabout. And in the last episode, we looked at inbreeding, and we said inbreeding has to do with the mating of animals of the same breed, which are closely related. And we said that this is not a bad practice, but the negative effect of this is that it causes homozygosity, which leads to the manifestation of a deleterious recessive gene, which causes a bad character and negative features in the progeny of the cross that is not desirable by the farmer. It causes a lot of effects that will make the farmer to lose a lot of income, or that will cause a degeneration or deterioration of the genetic line. And we said rather, instead of doing inbreeding, because everybody who does inbreeding, I said last week that everybody who engages in inbreeding is in an attempt to see that you multiply a genetic line for commercial use. But the effect, instead of doing an inbreeding, what should be done is what we call an outcrossing thereabouts. Outcrossing is the direct opposite of inbreeding. Outbreeding is the opposite of inbreeding, and in outcrossing, it has to do with the crossing or the mating of animals of the same breed which are not closely related. For example, I said here that it is the crossing of animals of the same breed which are not closely related. Now, this is the most widely used mating system by both commercial and seed stocks or breeding stocks producers. It is a useful mating system in purebred individuals. Now, when you want to produce pure breed, in an attempt to produce pure breed, it is advised that what you do is an outcrossing. What is outcrossing? It has to do with you are mating two individuals of the same breed, but they are not closely related. It can be that it can be a cross between a large white from Nigeria and a large white boa, pure breed large white boa from Nigeria, and a pure breed large white gilt or sow that is from Holland or from Germany. The effect of this will be that the animals are both pure line of large whites, but there will be a little amount of heterosis in that crossing, in the sense that instead of causing a deterioration of the genetic line as seen in inbreeding, the effect will be that it will lead to a better performance of those lines. At the same time, they will come as a pure line, producing the animal as what we call an outcrossed pure breed. This has been the strategy of many piglet producing farms. This has been the strategies of many animal breeders who produce breeding stocks, who produce quality animals, who produce stocks for farms that want to also go into a commercial breeding of animals. You must be able to understand that you must be able to produce your animals as pure breed. At the same time, they must not be closely related. In an attempt to produce pure breed, you mustn't produce animal that will begin to have a negative performance even though they are pure. But in this kind of crossing, there's a little amount of heterosis that is being introduced into the genetic line that makes the crossing very desirable and of many importance, because you produce is in an attempt to multiply the genetic line, or let me say to multiply the stocks, the breeding stocks that you have. But as you are multiplying them, this will help you to see that the animals they maintain their performance, whereas they are even increasing in their performance. Because what we must understand is that it has been seen, it was in Lamarck's theory. Lamarck was trying to explain, he lived by trying to explain a phenomenon that there's a possible for an animal to acquire its trait. There's a possible for an environmentally induced trait to become to be transferred to the next generation. The meaning of that is that there's an effect of Lamarckism is a scientific system that tries to explain the fact that there's an effect of environment on the genetic quality of an animal. What it's trying to explain is that an animal's environment can have an effect on the animal's genetic performance. Now, when you introduce pure breed from different environments, what you are doing is that you are trying to take advantage of you are trying to make them complement each other because of the fact that those animals are from different environments. Thereabout, when you now bring them together, you have a progeny that can perform better, and at the same time, they are still a pure breed. Outcrossing produces a higher level of heterozygosity. Do you see that? Because science will always tell you that for you to keep on having genetic improvement, there cannot be genetic improvement without heterozygosity. This is what is being looked out for whenever there have to be an improvement in character, an improvement in genetic potential and in performance of animals. There must be heterozygosity. So in an attempt to see that you produce them as pure breed, not bringing different breed together, you must ensure that there's a little level of differences in the environment, or let me say in the genetic line thereabout. There are traits, even though they are both pure breeds, there are traits that are predominant, or let me say that are dominant in each genetic line of our animals. And a large white from Germany, the performance of a large white animal from Germany and a large white animal pure breed from Scotland will be completely different. There's an effect of their environment on the performance of those animals and on the stability of those animals. But when you bring them together and they cross, you see that you produce a pure breed animal that can have their little differences, or let me say their negative characters, to be masked a little bit. A little bit of heterosis is in that crossing. It might not be much, but there's a little bit of advantage that comes with the fact that the purebred individuals, male and female, that are coming together are not closely related. There's an advantage that comes. There's a uniqueness. That's what I want to use. There's a uniqueness and an advantage that comes with each genetic line. And we must be able, in an attempt to produce pure breed, a farmer must be able to see that he takes this advantage thereabout and ensure that he produces animals that have better performance. We call it outcrossing. It is the direct opposite of inbreeding. Remember, I said it is the crossing of animals which are of the same breed, but they are not closely related. In inbreeding, you are crossing animals of the same breed, and they are closely related as even as close as full siblings, sometimes as close as full sibling, father to daughter or mother to its son thereabout. But in outcrossing, what you are doing is that you are crossing two animals, even though they are from the same breed, they are slightly from different genetic line, introducing a little bit of heterosis. This is the secret this is the secret to the production of pure breed animals. There are many farmers in different places. In an attempt to produce pure breed, they have done what we call inbreeding, and they have destroyed the genetic line rather than doing what we call outcrossing and improving the genetic line. The difference between inbreeding and outcrossing is that inbreeding we always call inbreeding depression, but outcrossing will always bring some level of advantage to the genetic line. There will be better performance instead of reduction in performance. We call it outcrossing or outbreeding. Thank you so much. We'll be treating the last part of this series next week thereabout. Do well to see that you follow us on our page thereabout. Follow us on our ongoing capacity building program on YouTube. We call it Animal Breeding Basics with Agro Breeders Nigeria. It has been 3 weeks of looking at the different breeding systems in animals, and we'll be ending it next week as we'll be looking at the last breeding system thereabout that we have. And do well to see that you invite your friends to join up on that platform, and do well to see that you apply every knowledge, everything that we teach you thereabout. These are needed. These are knowledge that is needed for a breeder to know. Thank you so much. I remain myself, Ayobami. I'm the managing director and team head of Agro Breeders Nigeria. Thank you. Goodbye. Thanks so much for joining us for today's episode, and stay tuned for more amazing episodes to come. Every Monday, we are live every Monday at 8:30 a.m. West African time. Do well to reach out to us for animal breeding mentorship and trainings. Do well to meet us for farm establishments or all aspects of animal breeding. You can stay tuned and reach us on our social media, Agro Breeders Nigeria, on Instagram, on Facebook, and for mentorship or for questioning, you can call Agro Breeders official line on +234 81 636 66344 +234 81 636 66344. Thank you for trusting Agro Breeders Nigeria. We are committed to raising competent farmers globally. Thank you.